Hi there, Sprinkles. We are moving along the bull market. Doesn't really feel like a bull market because we're waiting for the exciting times. I'm going to give you a big cracker macro update from our friends Raul, Powell, and Julian. So we're going to go through events. I like keeping on touch with this because it is the fundamental driving force. I believe that AI is going to end with a bubble and a mania because no life-changing technology in the history of mankind has not ended with a bubble mania. Okay, so it's happened every single time. Technology, cars, whatever it was, electricity, every single big thing. There's also a big speculative mania out here. I'm going to go through and show you some of our classic charts out here that we're seeing. So they show Raul, Powell, and Julian. They go through here these discussions, but the ISM, friends, look at this. Okay, so this was business ISM, and you notice how pretty much the light blue line that you see is Bitcoin's implied pricing. So remember, that's a cool thing we can look at. Cool, but doesn't make it easier because we price in the future today. Okay, so if the market thinks we're going to get better conditions for businesses, Bitcoin and crypto go up now. If we think they're going to go worse, Bitcoin goes down. Okay, and it's a rate of change, and it's reflected in the ISM. Notice how they track it. So what ends up happening next is, obviously, they have forward-looking indicators which show that this thing's ticking up. Okay, so but it takes how long? 6 to 9 months. It's not 100% all the time. We had a poopy reading before, but I think the forward-looking ones are pretty good. Check this out as well, friends. The U.S. regional Fed survey average, and then you have the U.S. dollar, the deviation from its trend. So we're expecting the US dollar to keep cranking down. It's all about the US dollar, just to remind you, because the US dollar, friends, it's doing the job of what the US Fed is meant to do, the US dollar. The US dollar going down is stimulating everything, which I can now bring it to you here and show you. This is the US dollar. It's actually ticking down now. So the US dollar is ticking down now that you can see, and it's been cranking on lower. See, it's down to 97. If we repeat what Trump did in the last cycle, pretty much in its first term, it would just expect this thing just to downtrend, right? This is a weekly chart out here. So every time this ticks down, remember, 50% of the world debt is in US dollars, 50%. So when the US dollar goes weaker, it's better for everyone. And that is risk on for the entire crypto industry and other risk assets. Check this out too. This is market US services PMI, and then you have the US nominal dollar broad index. Okay, so based off the broad index, it's a 2-month lead. Okay, this is services PMI. So we look at manufacturing PMI, but you know what? They also track services PMI, right? So the services sector, and look at this, it's got a thrust up. You see that? So right now, if you look at the number on the far left, let's bring it out. It's around this 52 expectation coming out. So it's services PMI because remember, America's more of services economy. A lot of first world countries aren't, and they put the manufacturing out to other places. And we're expecting this thing, hopefully, look, it cranks up all the way to near 60. So if services is going up, manufacturing should be going up with it along the same path too. So the good thing is like the data forward looking is still strong. That's the most optimistic thing as well. Here you have ISM with the S&P Global US Manufacturing PMI. Okay. So I think what we've found is there's another survey which comes and they pretty much correlate to each other. They do these two services. So do you remember we got this 52.3 reading, but the ISM is actually 48.7. The ISM is the one we're going to be looking for, but look at this. It's starting to tick up. See this 52.3. See, it used to be, see this ISM, man, it used to be down here at a reading of 48. Now it's up to 52. So perhaps this is a bit of a leader as they move it, they do move up together. But the good thing is that this thing is making like this slightly higher lows and we start to continue forward. Let's listen to Rara a bit and hear him talk.
Yeah, and why this matters, right, is this is the driver of alt season. This is the driver of a lot of things. This whole ISM pickup story, which everyone's been wrong-footed on because everyone was like, no, it's going to go to zero. We're going to have a recession. It's awful. And we've been saying the opposite.
Yeah, and so all this data is just beats. And so now SESI's, exploding higher. And the point why this matters, as I had said in MIT, which...
So pretty much you heard him say beats. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. Shout out to all the US Office fans as well. We love The Office. UK one's pretty good too. I like them both. everything is a beat, friends. So beat. What they're pretty much meaning is surveys and all the forward-looking stuff, they're above expectations. The surveys are all kicking up. The forward-looking leads, right, where they use to like see where we're going in the next 6 months, they're all above average. They're all cranking up. They all have like these kick-ups. Basically, they've all turned the corner. You know, they've all turned the corner upwards. So we are moving along. But yeah, man, we would like it if crypto was like, moving up at a faster pace. We would like that. This is the US dollar, friends. And in the light blue, there's a dark blue and a faint blue in the background. It is the US dollar today. But the white line is Donald Trump's first US dollar term. Do you see how we just kept going down under him? So now we have also been going down. Okay, so everything's in track. It takes a while though, remember, because if the US dollar price is lower now, it is stimulatory, but like, yeah, it takes like a few months for you to be like, oh, wow, I'm actually doing better than I thought, right? So it takes a bit just to seep in. That's what I guess we've been waiting for. Here we have these other data points. Atlanta Fed wage growth tracker. Okay, so it's still positive, but they don't want wages to grow too hot to be really inflationary or disinflationary. This is something to think about as well, friends. This is the Trueflation US Index. Okay, and the right is the GMI Financial Conditions Index with a 4-month lead. So they're trying to predict US Kippy coming ahead. And they actually have this going up, which is interesting. Yeah, they have it going up. Now, it going up though, why is it going up? It's because like you're basically expecting more spending to happen. It's not like just things are going bad and there's supply chain shocks. Let's have a listen to the gentle sirs for a bit.
Financial conditions versus Trueflation. I'd been saying that the numbers are going to bottom. Then I got the email from the head guy there. What's his name?
Stefan.
Yeah, Stefan. And he said this was on the 20th, so this was last Tuesday. And look what he says. Inflation is climbing. So the craziest thing about this is that, well, who needs Trueflation if you've got GMI financial conditions?
Now, financial conditions is bond yields, the dollar, and essentially oil or major.
Well, it's not. Yeah, it's commodities. So basically, what I did is it's a regression basically on the ISM, and then I put it on other things. But you have to take the basket of commodities, so oil, copper. But what you do is you regress on the residuals of the regression to avoid multicollinearity. So it's several different.
So, throwing in some nerd terms and everything out here, we do appreciate them going through the data. Is all pointing towards that. Friends, just to quickly peek on through as I'm watching this right now, I think we're watching real-time liquidation approaching for James Win. This is James Win's liquidation. I've been giving you updates throughout the day. So James Win, he's trying to sell it at as long as it happens. So I just want to throw this out here for you. I can see 104,100 was his liquidation price. It used to be 107, then 106. 105. I think he's like bringing it down and down because he's selling his position along the way. But yeah, so like it could be it, right? We've got to liquidate someone's soul who's doing too much leverage, but the fundamental driving force factors are still cranking up, which is wonderful to see. So that's pretty much what keeps you bullish along the whole way. Let's see if these gentle sirs have anything to say here. Remember, friends, this is some cool charts here. Check it out. It's global liquidity, M2, and then you have the NASDAQ. I mean, they're very, very, very highly correlated together.
Up. Sorry, I had a lot of charts in this pack.
Hello.
Really, that's surprising. You generally are quite light on charts.
So here we go. This is the global liquidity with a 12-week lead. All right, and then you have Bitcoin. So if this repeats, it puts Bitcoin to 160,000. I mean, if it just matches it, it'll be 160. So it's going to be crazy. Like, oh, man, but it'd be easy if we just stop at 120 or 130 because then we know it's, like, not over. But, like, if it goes to 160, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is it a believer cycle? We'll see, man. It's just, yeah. That's why no one knows, friends, but as it's going up, take out your Jeet stack part that you put in last year. Cover yourself just in case there's some turmoil. All right, but we're not there yet. We're not there yet, okay? So... but you will have to just remember this because you're not going to be, look, here's the thing. You will naturally not be listening to my videos or even my sentences if I say, take some profit just in case it goes down, All right, because like your brain just basically removes it out. That's the crowd, right? Remember, I'm speaking to a crowd of people, and then like you will seek people who just keep calling for higher targets. That's what ends up happening. Okay, but during this period of time, but you got to remember as well. I'm being honest, man. That's why how everyone screws up, friends. Every KOL, every person, what they think is they go, oh, when I'm up 30 times my money, I'll peel off 20%, and then when I'm up 100 times my money, I'll peel off 50%. Like, yeah, bro. Okay, what if you never hit the 30? What if it literally goes 5.5x from here, max, and then drops 60%? Now you're only up a 2 or 3x. What are you going to do? Hold? Okay, whatever, that's the end. You got another 4 years. See, it's not so easy, but I'm not here to stress you out. I'm just telling you, like, what people do is they just say, oh, when the market pays me 100 times my money, I'm going to get some profit out. Like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. But it's not going to do that for you because everyone's expecting that, okay? But at least we have this global liquidity lead and everything just saying that things are going to keep continuing. Let's they check out as well, friends, the dollar. And they're trying to do some big macro analysis on the US dollar going down here, which is, I guess, it's wonderful at least that, you know, we have something to believe in. Something funny as well, friends, in their video, look at the list of look at the name of it. BTC and SOL technical setups. So did I not tell you, friends, everyone is leverage long Bitcoin, leverage long Solana. Every single person here. Every single person, Raul Powell, everyone, you're all, I know your weak spot is a weaker Bitcoin and a weaker Soy and a stronger ETH. That's what everyone's weak spot is that we can identify. And then we have another closer zoom up here. We have global M2, so liquidity is going up with Bitcoin to the right. That's the, remember I called for the $160,000 number. And it's a nice fractal, you know. The first Fibonacci, friends, to show you for Bitcoin, the first Fib is 130, okay, which I can bring it out here for you now. We can go and look it out here. So this is BTC. What we can do is look at the first big fib level from the top to the bottom brings a 130 here. So 160 would be the second fib, okay, of that. The third one would be 200, and the fourth will be 221. That's why I hope, man, we do get that. I hope we go up here, everyone thinks it's over, and then believers cycle pop. That'll be very lovely. But I don't know if we're going to get that. No one knows. It's, yeah, just because 2021 left so much PTSD. That's why I really hope that we get exotic top signals that start appearing when they should, you know. So we'll wait and see when it comes to that. Here we are, they're just doing some cute TA.
Lower. It's either an ABC correction or it's a flag.
Yeah, I think it's a flag, but
so they got it wrong already, as you can see. I love you, bro. I love you guys. It's all right. I'm just telling you, they got it wrong already. It's kind of like just watching this out here. They're like, because you're always bullish, right? Like Bitcoin already is coming after James wins liquidation, right? So this chart, friends, what it looks like is it's already going, James win. Oh man, markets, friends, this has just been so disappointing, hasn't it? So Raul Powell, he does also mention that institutions are underweight and FOMO talk.
And then we go to another leg lower where we think it probably goes to somewhere between 95 and 90. So
that's the US dollar.
Again, you know, there's nothing I see is particularly, well, certainly nothing in equity land is bearish, but we're getting at levels of all-time highs where you get a bit of congestion. That would make sense. Nothing in crypto concerns me in any way, shape, or form. It's just chopping around here. Feels like we're just going to be weaker for a bit, digesting various bits of news before we have the next leg.
Well, and it's also, you know, just to put things into perspective, since our flash update on the 7th of April, the S&P 500 is up 22%. The NASDAQ's up 29%. Bitcoin's up, as I had said earlier, 46%. Solana's up 84%.
So yeah, they're just doing all the COPE measurements. You know, everyone out here, we always hear that from Impulse Chain. What everyone say? Oh, don't feel bad. If you bought Hex literally in these 3 days in January 2020, you're actually still up. But the other 99% are crushed beyond imagination. That when you start doing that, you know you're going down. I promise you. You know you're going down at that point. That's why we can really see they're like, oh, we're still up 40% and 20%. You're like, okay, once that talk starts coming out, like it's still good. It's still good. It's fine. If you remember that scene from The Simpsons, it's still good. You know, it's the flying pig out here when the pig goes through, you know, like under the bridge or through the sky. It's still good. The pig's still good. We can still eat the pig. Well, yeah, it's pretty much what it comes down to. So we have our closing thoughts now. Still long, still strong, still believing. Fundamental driving force factors are going higher. AI is going to change the world. Yeah, but it's also been changing our souls in the process. It's been destroying us in the meantime and crushing our confidence in pretty much anything ever again. Yeah, it's been tough, friends. It's been a wonderful journey to be here with you. And by wonderful, I mean the biggest regret of our lives. Yeah, that's funny. Let's play some Palmer G music. We say biggest regret now, but, you know, one day the prices will be teleported up and then everyone will say, it was all worth it. It was all worth it, you know, and then it's back to being hindsight stuff again. So I'm waiting for Euphoria, playing the whole cycle. Don't lose your soul in the process. Like, subscribe, belly button, all. Catch you soon.